Mission Majnu is more of a spy thriller. It's not action oriented. I'm not going out guns blazing. And I found that very interesting because there's so much play acting within a scene, so much play acting within that character. I don't worry about it. You can't really pick a biopic. I think it has to come to you. And every biopic will have a different charm to it. I think Sher Shah was one such unique film that I got to be a part of. I really worked at making that film happen. Everything doesn't need to be the end of the world. Everything doesn't need to be taken with that much pressure. If I could ease off and give that one piece of advice to that younger self, is to take lesser burden, which I'm still struggling to actually take less of because this is our profession.
Yeah.
And it kind of never lets you settle in. No 2 days are the same, no two films are the same.
In real life, his character might have some work cut out for him in Mission Majnu. But in real life, his mission of being a Majnu to his fans is already achieved. With me is the Sher Shah of Bollywood, Siddharth Malhotra. Hi Siddharth, welcome to Pink Villa.
Thank you. Thank you for that lovely introduction.
It was good, right? I
Yes,
tried
very
really
good,
hard for
lovely.
that. Shifting gears to Mission Majnu, obviously it went through its release date, trials and tribulations, and it's finally here on Netflix.
Yes.
So given that it's an OTT release and not a theatrical release, do you feel less of a pressure that you don't have to worry about the first day first show collections?
I think the anxiety and pressure of any release always remains for an actor. You will be lying if you're saying we're relaxed about it, or any director. But yes, I think there's more pressure rather because people are just watching the content in the comforts of their homes, and they could pause, they could rewind, they could go forward, and only if it's engaging enough is that they would truly like it.
Yeah.
So I think it's the true test of our content.
And there's a lot of intrigue for Mission Majnu because unlike a lot of films now, the trailer doesn't reveal or the teaser doesn't reveal everything. So what was it about the aspect of the script that, enticed you to take on the role?
Oh, there's so much. I mean, I get to play in a world which is inspired by true events. It is a world that has happened. It is an incident that has happened in the past. But my character is fictitious. I get to play one such hero who is who can never come out and talk about his real identity. He represents all the unsung heroes around the world from our agencies, trying to protect us, protecting us constantly, and possibly some of them, losing their lives in doing that. So I find that, very inspiring. And this was my attempt to really portray such character in a more real sense. He's not, I think Mission Majnu is more of a spy thriller. It's not action oriented. I'm not going out guns blazing. And I found that very interesting because there's so much play acting within a scene, so much play acting within that character. Whether he's playing a tailor, whether he's playing a plumber, whether he's playing a shopper
Yeah.
who wants to buy something from there. It's always very dynamic and very interesting as to what will happen in the next scene, how will he get the information. So yeah, I think in the end, if people see, get some kind of insight as to how these agencies work, it'll be a mission accomplished.
Speaking of your co-star Rashmika Mandanna, if there's one thing in common that the two of you all have, I think it's the insane chemistry that you all have with your respective co-stars in prior films. And we got to see that in the song also recently. So how did you guys go about working that love story into the equation?
I think it's a very innocent love story. From the writing perspective, she's somebody who's playing visually impaired, and I'm playing a spy. So you also question it, that is he with her because it's just easier. But that's the question that comes through, and I think her character's innocence is what really makes you feel a lot for the love story, and it has a very interesting end. So we're really excited and looking forward to people watching it on the 20th of Jan and then seeing what they felt. We've just released the love song, which I love. It's something that I suggested for the film, and I feel it has the potential to go and live on longer than the film, because just like songs do. So yeah, really excited about people seeing this love story.
Now, speaking, Sher was obviously a blockbuster, and people are still talking. They refer to you as Sher of Bollywood.
Yes, thank you.
Did you ever get tempted? Because a lot of celebrities, when they get a blockbuster hit, right, sometimes they tend to go towards the same genre of films for a while till it works. Did you ever get tempted that, okay, you know what, now I'm just going to do a string of biopics because that's what worked for me? Or do you just don't worry about that?
No, I don't think you can. I don't worry about it. You can't really pick a biopic. I think it has to come to you. And every biopic will have a different charm to it. I think Sher Shah was one such unique film that I got to be a part of. I really worked at making that film happen. And after many years of working on it, when it gives you this kind of result, it's very gratifying, and it'll be eternally special. So I don't know if that I can intentionally repeat it.
Yeah. So, you know, when it comes to spy thrillers, usually it's a direct, like, you know, this. You have the aspects where you solve the case and then either somebody passes away or they don't. In this case, the love story plays a very important angle, which you wouldn't usually see that often in spy thrillers. So how do you think the love story, you know, equation adds to the narrative and makes it more enhanced?
Well, in this film, because you're playing a spy, the first thing that a spy would do in any other country is to get engaged or married or entangled in families there to kind of solidify their base there. The moment they say this is so-and-so's husband, it makes their identity, hidden identity, even more solid, that they have a family there. So it stems from that. And that's what you question all throughout the film. Is he using her, or is he genuinely in love with her? And that's the question that I think comes out very beautifully in the climax of the film.
And, you know, obviously you've completed 10 years in the industry, which is a very big feat to do, and you're getting hits after hits after hits. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So if I had to ask you, you know, with Mission Majnu also coming out and all the years of experience that you've got acting, what would 2022 Siddharth Malhotra, what was the piece of advice he'd give to 2012 Siddharth Malhotra to, you know, make him less anxious about his debut?
Yeah, absolutely. I think 2012, I was extremely nervous. So many questions, not knowing if you're on the right path, you're doing the correct things. I think, the first thing I would say that, take it easy, enjoy this present time, and it's, everything doesn't need to be the end of the world, everything doesn't need to be taken with that much pressure. If I could ease off and give that one piece of advice to that younger self, is to take lesser burden, which I'm still struggling to actually take less of, because this is our profession.
Yeah.
And it kind of never lets you settle in. No 2 days are the same, no 2 films are the same. But yeah, I think I have definitely matured over the years to handle certain situations and have confidence in the choices that I'm making.
And my final question for you is, can you tease your fans on how 2023 looks like for Siddharth Malhotra? 11 years running.
Well, it starts on a hopefully positive note with Mission Majnu coming on 20th of Jan. It will have me coming in another fictitious but action avatar, Yodha, and then it'll be my first association with Mr. Rohit Shetty in Indian Police Force.
Yes.
So a lot of firsts, and starts with Netflix, goes with Rohit Shetty. So looking forward to it, and hopefully the year first starts with a bang with Mission Majnu.
Anyways, thank you so much. Best of luck for Mission Majnu and all your upcoming projects.
Thank you.
Thanks.